Hey guys, welcome to Byte-Size Code. Today we're going to be talking about IDs and classes. And IDs and classes are kind of a great thing to use for HTML. It provides you with something called hooks for your CSS, which all that means is a way to target what you want to target. So let's get started. Let's explain what an ID and what a class is. To get started, I'll show you an ID. Let's get us some space to work here. Let's say I want to style this p tag in a special way from the other p tags. Let's copy this to give you guys an example. There we go. We now have two p tags, two paragraphs. So let's say I want to target the first one, but not this other one. How would you do that? Well, you do that with an ID. And all it is ID equals quotes. And really you want to describe what it is rather than a target. Like if I just say red, maybe 3 months down the road I want to change that and I don't want it to be red anymore, so I change it to green. Well, now this is really confusing because the paragraph's ID is red but it's really green, so it's just very confusing. So you just generally want to describe what it is and not what it looks like. So we're going to call this maybe info left, maybe? No, we'll just go with info. So this is info. Maybe it's some special info on our page or something like that. So we'll save that and we'll go into our CSS, which if you don't know what this is, go back to an earlier video, the basics of HTML maybe, and check out this right here because this is referencing our style sheet. So in our style sheet, we're going to target pound because that's how you target IDs. That is a symbol for an ID. Anytime you have an ID of info, well, you just go ID pound info and then open your brackets. And it's that simple to target that paragraph. Let's say we do want that color to be red. So we're going to tell it color red. Going to refresh our page, and as you can see, it makes that paragraph red, but the other paragraph isn't. Let's say we wanted to make more than one paragraph red though. Let's say we had 3 paragraphs and we want the other one to be red too, but we don't want this last one to be red. How can we do that? Well, we can't use an ID, and you would think you could just put another ID there, but you actually can't do that. See, an ID can only appear one time in a web page. And so it's very, very specific. And you'll find as you get through CSS that IDs are actually the most specific thing you can use. And so you kind of get yourself in trouble when you do some specificity stuff, but that's for another video. Anyway, let's say we want to target these 2 paragraphs. So instead of an ID, let's change that to something called a class. And let's save that and go into this. And as you can see, that this won't work. Why is that not red? Well, it's because we're still targeting an ID with this pound symbol. The symbol for a class is a period. So .info or pound or .info, period info, now references that class that we put on our paragraph here. So now it's back to red. And the benefits of class is that we can use that in more than one place, as many places as we'd like. So we're going to give this one a class of info as well. And if we go back, now it's red. And so you can see the usefulness of this with IDs of being very, very specific. Certain things you want to be certain ways. But remember, you can only use an ID once. But classes you can use as many times as you'd like. So that's kind of the basics of IDs and classes in HTML. If you want to learn a little bit more in depth on them or a little bit more about HTML or CSS as we've been using a little bit as well, you can do that at Byte-Size Code. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. See you in the next video.